What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing to start this game. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3 now. From the 37. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Brought in right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First chance inside the red zone for the Dolphins now. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Achan reels it in. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and 4 coming up now. They're throwing it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Mevis able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Play action on 1st down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Lewisine. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Pass play now. Has it, man. It's Achane. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking for a throw here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw now. And this is intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
On the move, past the 40. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Benson now from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. This one quickly to Harrison. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. A tight end in motion now. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. It's a 3-3 game. Back to Miami in just a moment. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Man in motion here. 3rd down from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, ball at the 36. He's going to throw this one. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They send a man in motion. H.N., a first down carry. He breaks the tackle. Cuts right. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Working inside the red zone, able to find H.N. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He gets it headed right. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Dolphins take a second quarter lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Nevis with a point after. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Nevis ready to send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Benson to start the drive. Breaks the tackle, still going. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Gotta figure out this third down here. We are at the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals facing a deficit near the break. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. Third down coming. He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Cardinals out for the punt. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And that's completed right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running with H.A. and out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
To the air, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it to start this drive. Harrison's got it on the sideline. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Cardinals first down. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 16. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll run here. It's Benson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Gets this one to Harrison. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Give up the gut to Benson. This is ahead for about 5. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They've got a man in motion. Turning to Benson on 3rd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's got a man left.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Third and just 2 to go. They go play action here. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They run the counter to Achane. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, Well, it came at the perfect time.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Track at 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Pass for 11. Pass for 11.
He's dropping back to throw. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll throw it. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Off the play fake, he'll throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Taken in by Harrison. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Johnson with the stop. And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stops. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
From the 21. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick. Let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a chain up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Waddle. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, a give to chain. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on first down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins score by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Mevis now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Mevis ready to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion out of the slot. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll fling it deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To throw it on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Benson now from the gun. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
It's Benson on the give. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Staying on the ground with Benson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Working quickly here. Another try for Benson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They'll try him left side. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Chain on the inside give. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Back to throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's scored as a 51-yard punt, and it'll be Cardinals football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's got Harrison. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. On the move, past the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He'll look to throw it. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The give now to Benson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Desperation time here on 4th. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.